I am in Depresso.
Yeah, bro, this the Murphy's Express, dude.
I know what's wrong with me. It's that everything is always wrong with me.
I want to shave.
But no, we're realistically fine. Everything's good.
I caught this out of the corner of my eye, and I gotta show you. It's like, hey, girl, you look so good.
Good morning, beautiful person.
10:30 right now. I have $50. I think at 12 work on the car. So the idea is that we'll find a gas station, probably the Murphy's Express, because that's my gas station around here. Murphy's Express. I don't know what I'm saying, but I got those. We're waiting at this red light, and it's 11:50. And we're on a $6 delivery. We have $65 right now, so that's gonna put us above 70, which is great because that's halfway. So then tonight we pick up another 70 and everything's good, right? Right. For a reason, I have a ton of energy today. We sold the last mug. But anyways, yeah, we sold the last mug, and that is hype. If anybody is interested in a second edition mug, it will have probably a slightly different design. I'm not sure. We'll set a poll up. We're gonna have to make a trip up to Winnemucca soon anyways. Unfortunately, we're not gonna be able to see Neat. Maybe not this month, at least. Neat's our friend in Seattle. We were gonna go up and see them and then come back down and pick up the headlights, but that's likely not gonna happen. It seems like the voting is saying that we're gonna stay in Vegas, so we're gonna have to make a trip up to Winnemucca to pick up the headlights, but also to grab our computer so we can make some real progress on the next stage of what we're doing with our programming. So kind of hard to do the work of even the ESP stuff, which is just talking to microcontrollers, takes a long time and is a bit difficult working on a mobile processor. So even though our computer is years old, it's 5 years old now, it's still, the processor in it is still really strong. It's a Ryzen 7 series or whatever, so it's still good. It's gonna do everything we need it to do. And yeah, so I'm excited about it. I know things can get hard, and we can put ourselves down and we can get into these defeatist mindsets, or the world around us can just beat us down, and it's hard to see the beauty and the joy in the things around us. If you're going through something like that, I understand. If there's anything I can do to help, let me know. Better days are on the horizon. Cheers. Oh, you looking so good. Look at you. Oh, you look so good. Oh, okay, so if it wasn't clear, we're breaking our shifts up into 2 4-hour shifts. And because it seems like we can hit our 140 goal in 8 hours here. And we've been able to do that somewhat consistently over the last few days. Okay, so we're gonna do our gas mileage calculation as well, but we're at 237,359. Okay, so basically 237, which is what we were needed to do for our next oil change, was 237. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna reset, from now on, we're gonna reset trip B, and trip B will be our oil change counter. It gets super hot starting around, it really starts to heat up around 11, but it gets really hot at 3 to 7 here. And then after that, it starts to cool down a bit. So the goal is to preserve the car. Starting and stopping it a lot at 3 o'clock creates a heat buildup, I believe, in the ignition coils. So it hard starts. It goes, so it takes 3 to 5 seconds to start it. And I've noticed, I was talking about that in Winnemucca, and I thought it was due to other things, but from further researching the Yaris forums and all this other stuff, I think the cause is actually the ignition coils. They're getting too hot. It's 12 o'clock now, and we have $71. So we're gonna go back out again around maybe 6 or 7, depending on how much work we get done. The other oil change, we use this stuff as well. It cleans out the fuel system and makes sure the valves aren't getting gummed up. 8.6 gallons at 302 miles. So 34.8. All right, so now I'm gonna find a spot to park, and then we're gonna go ahead and change the oil here somewhere behind these trees. I was doing the chicken thing every day, and honestly, it's awesome. It's a super cheap, really good way to get 150 grams of protein. The issue I was having is I started like burping up chicken juice, so we're gonna have to switch it up a little bit. These are stuff. I really like this thing. It's my buddy. We had a blue one, but it got stolen. Got stolen when we were moving. But yeah, I like this one though. He's our friend. Okay, so no spill. We're on a no spill journey here, and this is what's the over under on us burning our hand? Okay, a couple threads left. Are we gonna burn our hand? Should probably get a new one of these soon. It's starting to wear out quite a bit. And it looks like we scraped it at one point. The oil pan is also dented, but it's kind of, I think it's always been dented. I don't actually know, but bit more of good news is the belt has not been squeaking at all. It was like a little bit on startup, I think I mentioned that, and what I just needed to do was, you see, here's our gold line. There's our gold line, and you see how the nut's a little further back than that. We just weren't able to get enough leverage with the thing we used before, but I had a pipe, and I was able to push it back just the little bit that it needed, and now it's not slipping anymore. I've been looking at these metal intakes with volume stacks. Ooh, they look so cool. And not intakes, intake manifolds. We actually have had some recent subscribers, so we need to get their names on Didi. The problem is I lost the paint pen, so I'm not sure where that is. Our obligatory inspection here. See if it looks weird at all. Don't see any film or metal shavings. Nothing really weird. There's not even like a fuel or a... Doesn't smell weird at all. It's awesome. All right, we're all done. This is the old oil, like a little under 3 quarts. We didn't change the oil filter, so there's like 4 and change that's supposed to go in there, or maybe it's just under 4. I can't remember, but it's good. It's good. During the summer, ice cups aren't free out here, like they're free in Winnemucca and the other northern states. Probably because it's hot as F. But if you buy a drink, you can get free ice. So this is nasty. Look how nasty this is. Ew, we gotta clean it. Ew. A irrational fear. Will the car blow up or not? Will it be completely destroyed after the oil change? Okay, here's the next thing we're gonna need to fix. So we're gonna do the coolant like we talked about, but when we come up to, we're gonna drive for a second, then we're gonna brake and you're gonna hear it. There it is. We are back at it. We got a delivery, $13 from Outback Steakhouse to Aliante. Pretty excited about that. So our goal is $70, I think, is what we need. So we'll be at 60 after this. It is 10 o'clock now, and we have $50, so just $20 more. I want to be done by 11, but that's not going to happen. We just got too many orders that were like waiting a long time, which it does happen. It's like luck of the draw type thing. And then I really should not have taken that $15 order. It messed everything up for me. The moon is absolutely gorgeous tonight. You can't see it through my terrible window, but one thing I forgot that I didn't like about Vegas is how many... It's behind this. Look at that, look at that. This phone does not do very well at night shots, but is how many gates and stuff there are. Gates will slow you down quite a bit, especially if people don't provide the gate code. That's something to keep in mind with. But oh man, they're painting a beautiful mural over there. I should get a shot of that in the future. But yeah, I love the moon. It's so beautiful. There's not as many stars out here. I think Fernley is like more lucrative in a kind of a different way. So it's obviously a bit less per hour, but the driving between drop-offs is a lot less, like significantly less. So, you know, I don't know. Everything has its pros and cons, I guess, but maybe I just miss Fernley.
In a quarter mile,
But
turn left onto West Road Boulevard.
it's cool. Like, I like being with Mark. He's a cool dude, and you know, we're got a lot of interesting plans for the future on different projects that we're collaborating on and things like that. So it should all benefit, you know. As of right now, the votes are, I'm probably gonna close the poll after this episode. So man, I just can't win with this camera. All things considered, it was a great night. We ended at before 11 o'clock is what we wanted to do, and we got it, or 70 before 11, and that's what we did. So here is the dash information. So, you know, we started, it's 3:30, 4 hours on the dot, 70 and 47 cents, which is great because with the dash earlier, that puts us at 70 or $143 or $2. I know we were doing like 146 to catch up from the other day or whatever, but it's really not that big a deal. I mean, our goal is 700 and we're definitely gonna hit that this week. This person might need help. See the dome. If I cleaned my glass in my window, the dome. It is the next day now, and we are in like the Aliante area. The Aliante Casino is literally on the other side of these buildings. And yeah, it's we've been dashing since 6 and we already have $15. I'm hoping to head over by this Einstein Bagels and see if we can pick up some more.
Then turn left.
But yeah, I hadn't made any progress on the ESP stuff. My laptop keeps crashing when we're building, and that's kind of the issue we're running into. I started following some tutorials online, and I'm realizing that the tutorials aren't great, and they're not working for me either. So it might be a compatibility issue with my hardware or something like that. So I might have to take a trip to get, it seems like we're gonna be staying in Vegas unless there's a big swing in the voting in the next couple days. On today's agenda though is we need to get coolant for the car. I'm not sure we're gonna be able to change it today though, because we're gonna have to let the car cool down in order to change it. So that might be like a day off thing, but we'll get the coolant today, recycle the old oil. And then Lou purchased the last mug, number 3. So we've got his package here, and we're gonna go ahead and ship it out to him later on in the day. I'm pretty excited. We sold all the mugs, so you know, again, we made that poll if you want to vote on whether or not we should make more. So we're at the AutoZone at Hualapai, and we're gonna return this oil and get some coolant. So they don't have the concentrated version, just the 50/50. It's significantly cheaper to buy concentrated. So it's $19 for the 50/50. We would need 2 of those. And then, so 40 some bucks. The concentrate's 22 and change, you know. And then, so we would just need a gallon of distilled water, which is $1.50 or something like that. Also, some really good news. It's 9:30 right now, and we have $60 in the deliveries on our DoorDash, and we just got an $8 one from Albertsons, which we just completed, and they tacked on a $14 PetSmart delivery. So we're headed down to the PetSmart now. So after that, we're actually going to be able to end our dash for right now, and maybe even the day, because that should put us at 80 bucks. And yeah, we will likely work on PokeChat since we're having some issues with the ESP stuff until we get our full computer, and then, which is in storage in Winnemucca. So then after that, yeah, so we're gonna likely be working on PokeChat then, and then later tonight we'll go back out and earn a bit more money. We only need $100 today and tomorrow to make our $700 goal. So we're gonna definitely push past that this week, which I'm pretty excited about. We're trying to get our savings up, you know, so then we can start really just dumping money into the foundation fund. as well as like repair the car. You know, we bought 2 new tires this week. We replaced the oil, we changed the oil, and we're doing the coolant, as well as we have the stuff to replace the wheel liner as well. So we're moving forward on repairing the car quite a bit. It's sounding great. We should have the tachometer in soon too. Actually, I may not have ordered that, but the tachometer one that I really want to shave. It's freaking crazy. I just never get the time to do it, you know. I have a straight razor and I don't know where it is. It's somewhere in our storage unit or something. Look how gray I'm getting. Getting old. It's dog adoption day. Thank you all. Oh, we got Bandit, and then the Bella's the barky one. This is Lone Mountain, and I missed the shot, but you could have seen the city in all of its foggy glory to the left. So the strip would be to the left, and that's Lone Mountain. So currently headed to North Cheyenne. So instead of going to the Jones location to get the whatever, we're gonna get, you should be able to see the city coming up here on the left. But we're going to the Cheyenne and Rainbow location to get the coolant. Look at this guy, he's crazy. But that way, because it'll be a little bit closer, and there's also a post office nearby there, so we can drop off Lou's mug. The cool thing is too, Rainbow and Cheyenne, I've mentioned in one of the other episodes that I basically grew up in that parking lot. There was a GameStop there, and there probably still is. We'll check it out if it is. But yeah, that was a big part of my life. I was there for 5 years or more, and before I got moved to another store and then became a store manager and all that stuff. But the interesting thing is, yeah, in that parking lot I kind of grew up in. Like I said, I lived there because I worked so much, you know, like I worked a lot of doubles, and I was doing a lot just to try to become a store manager, and it was a lot of drama, but you know, it was fun. It was a good part of my life. First time I fell in love, I met them in that store, and yeah, it's just interesting. Right, so we're gonna head to Rainbow and Cheyenne. Here's the completion of the dash. 86, 3 hours and 43 minutes. 10 deliveries. Right here, this is the GameStop. This one, Rainbow and Cheyenne. They're waiting for people. But also the AutoZone is over there. So, I don't know what these... Here we go, concentrate. So yeah, $20, $23. And then the distilled water, we'll go check that out. Be honest, how many of you knew I grabbed the wrong one? See, distilled water, $1.37. Seems like the GameStop doesn't open till 11 now, so we're just not gonna go. Well, that's why everybody was waiting outside the store. So now we're just gonna head to, it's good because actually being in this area is kind of bringing me down. Walking through the Walmart, just, I don't know. Some things are better left in the past. Let's go ship Lou's mug, and he wanted me to write something on it, which we lost the gold paint pen, but luckily John Lamborn, when he signed the card, he signed it with a bronze one, gave us the bronze one, so we'll write Lou on it with that. Right here, the post office. Now you definitely hear that, right? That, yeah. We're gonna fix it, Okay, Lou, where are we putting this? Hopefully you like that, dude. So pasta is 7 grams of protein. And there's 12 servings, 16 servings in here. And then for like $3, right? So this is something like 2 cents a gram of protein. So that's really cheap, but you gotta eat a whole thing of pasta, and pasta is really high in carbs. So I'm having a hard time figuring out an affordable, because if we eat it's 4 servings at 19 grams for any of the meats, like the pork or the chicken or the beef or whatever. But it's like $7 a pound or higher, and then the chicken is $6 for, the rotisserie chicken is $6 for 150. So basically, we need 8 servings at 20 grams a day. So in comparison, the rotisserie chicken is 4 cents a gram of protein, and the pasta for the box or whatever is 2.5 cents. So that's why I'm saying it's actually like super cheap, but it's just not viable to eat it every day. But I could eat it like a couple times a week, Like cheese is 5 cents per protein. All right, so one of these containers is 112 grams of protein. So if we divide that by 4, that gives us 28, and then each of these is 1 pound of chicken, which is 19 grams divided by 4. Wait, hold on. So it's roughly 76. So then divided by 2, so 38. So then we're looking around 60 some per meal. So, and then the same with the carne asada. Beef is a little bit more. So this should produce 4 meals. This is 4 meals worth of pasta. And then a pound of meat per day, basically, so half per meal. And then that should hit like close to 130, maybe, which is a little bit more than what I need. It's a little less than $7 a pound. So that's like 90 cents of protein, and then that's 2 cents. So about $1 a meal or $1 per protein. Rotisserie chicken's like significantly cheaper.